So, hi everybody, and welcome to another Ishanekon design stream. Woohoo! So, today it's going to be all about... Oops, hitting the mic, I guess. No, it's about programming all those new features from all those juicy new sub-archetypes. They are a bunch of new variables that need to be implemented here for the reworked shield master, heavy, fencer, basher, and so on. So, how about we get started? I actually already did a few of them. And now the question was how to do Academic Warrior. For context, Academic Warrior, one of the new sub-archetypes. So, World Shapers or Fencer. Where is the Fencer? The Fencer is all about learning a lot of maneuver abilities, using different ones during combat and so on. And Academic Warrior is the last feature. For every 5 maneuver abilities you know, you gain a bonus. Oh wait, sorry. Oh yeah, right. For every 5 maneuver abilities you know, your attack rolls and attack damage increase by 1. This one's going to be a bit more complicated because I have no easy way to count that. So I will probably have to make a custom function to keep track of that. So, let's see, where does it make sense? First, we will have to go to where the general weapon bonus is calculated. Hit bonus, add weapon. No, we want the update weapons. Or update weapon. No. What are you called? Let's go back to hit bonus. One of the 50 has to be it, right? Has to be it. Enunciate. Add weapon, no. Update points. Update ability stats. No, that's... One question. Does this affect all your attack rolls? That means this also boosts ability rolls. Okay, so I will have to also add it here. But let's take a look at update item values. Here we go. So, we will have to calculate a general bonus to weapon hits, which we'll probably add here. So, let's add an if special background variable Academic Warrior, which we have over here. So copy paste. And let's get the value, which would need to be no wait, what am I talking about? Variable bonus from maneuver, and now we need to make a feature. Let's call it get bonus from or you know what, yeah, get number of maneuver abilities. There we go. And this one we will have to, and don't forget, we have to round that one. Math, floor, rounding down. There we go. So now we need to make this function, get number of maneuver abilities. Question is, where do I add it? I guess I could add it in Utility function. Yeah, I'll go down to utility functions. Utility functions. There we go. Maybe a bit too specific for the utility functions, but whatever. Let's put you all the way down. There are a lot of utility functions that aren't there. Okay. Function. Yeah, it's always the real work starts after you release the patch, right? Okay, so we know that there is right, there's a variable get number of abilities, if I'm not incorrect. Yes, number of abilities. And back to no variability. Bingo. Jumping right there. I zoomed in the code a bit, and now it's it's too cramped. Well, whatever. This way you can actually read the code. And we will have to add current character number. So this way. Oh, wait a second. How? Oh yeah, right. Now I remember. So with this we have our number of abilities, and we can go through all of them. Then for let's get a for while e equals. Does it start with 1 or 0? I'll have to check that one. Let's take a look. Do I have... No, that's not the correct variable name. Yeah, right, I would need to do a bit... There we go, character... ability 0? No, but 1. That's 10, but I presume if we scroll down, yeah. Okay, it starts with 1, so we need to start with 1. Then e equals 1. Or e equals 1. As long as e is smaller or equal to number of abilities. Continue and increase I by 1, so that we can... There we go. No. Here we go. So now we have our for loop, and we need to go through all the abilities. So again, we need to get, just copy everything, and so ability ID, then it should be ability, just boop, current character number. Yes, that's a universal variable. This one we can read from the entire sheet. And right, E is how you pronounce it in German. But this is an English stream. I. Okay, so we get the ability ID, and from that we need get data from data by ID, right? Yeah, that's a function I wrote. Here we can add the data we're searching for, so abilities data, and the ID that we just got. And with that we get the ability data. And Yes, now that we have the ability data, we can check if it is a maneuver. So, oh yeah, right, it's supposed to return a number. So let's add that number there. Number of maneuvers starting with 0. And then if ability ID is a maneuver, how? I'm just gonna check real quick how the data is exactly saved. Otherwise, one typo and the whole thing doesn't work. So let's take a look. We're abilities, right? And it should be maneuver. Okay. Let's add as get ability maneuver. If this is true, then we add +1. Wait a while, or let's do it. Can I just write, or was that just? But I think doing this, yeah, this should add +1 to it. Hey Jan, how are you doing? Hi. Wait, Ramya? Wait, are you the Ramir I know in real life? If so, hi. Nice to see you here. I was not expecting you. Yeah, I guess if you are him, then we have a professional ITler judging my code. Yeah. So it is you. Hey, cool. For joining me on the stream. How are you doing, man? And just return number of maneuvers. Yeah, I think this should be it. And yeah, for context, by the way, I am programming all the variables for the new sub-archetypes that got in the game. And currently I'm doing the war archetype, the fencer. Where was he here? Academic warrior. So I have to count how many maneuver abilities the character has, so I can give them a bonus for their attack rolls and attack damage. So we already calculate the bonus here, so it's just a question of adding it to the weapon bonus. So bonus from maneuver. Maybe I should. Yeah, this can only be an integer. Okay, so I should need to transform it. So we can just add the bonus. And let's test it out. I still need to add the bonus also to the abilities, but before I do that, I want to see if this works. So let's go to the online character sheet, edit the page. Seems to be loading a bit. Hello? Work faster. There we go. Pleasure, doing fine, thank you. Just doing night shift was quite for a while. Opened YouTube and here you are. Yeah, I get it, the night shift. So welcome. I hope I can sweeten your night shift a bit. I hope you have no emergencies in your shift. I couldn't imagine having. Your job sounds stressful, to be honest. There was a reason why I never wanted to be a doctor like my father. Seeing how he had to wake up every night if there was some sort of emergency. And you... Wait, can I even say what your job is? Or do I need to keep it private? I don't want to say too much about you. This is a public stream after all. I don't want to, expose your identity. Dun dun dun. Okay, yeah. Did I? Wait, I think I did. Okay, then let's see. Do you have any maneuverabilities? No. So let's just add some random maneuvers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have, should probably have this open in case there is some error. Currently we have +0 from this. Okay, now let's switch to War Fencer. Increase the level to 12. And we don't have any errors, and we also don't have any bonuses. Why? Sure, thank you. Yeah, Ramya works in the IT, just as I said, and he has to make sure that some servers from a company, which I won't mention, don't crash or get any other sorts of problems. Where are you? Okay, here. Let's get our Manu. So, question, why are you not being triggered? Huh. What's your problem? Special background variables. You should have Academic Warrior. Why are you false? You have the feature Academic Warrior, right? Yes. Did I add it to the wrong sub-archetype? Let's take a look. Academic Warrior. Academic Warrior. Did I? Should be. So, why aren't you set to true? What's your problem? Okay. It should be special background variables, yes. He does have Academic Warrior. We just checked that indeed Academic Warrior is added here. So let's take a look at sub-archetype. How many are they? Yeah, that's a lot. Feature. Yeah, updates. There we go. Let's take a look at this one. Ignore it as I switch over, and okay. Archetype. That's. Oh yeah, right. So that's the archetype data. We're looking for the sub-archetype data. There we go. So sub-archetype data row. We have variables. Academic Warrior. Here it is. And equal to tier 5 times. It will go 5 times through all the features. Okay. So what's your problem? Probably go like 1. Huh? Huh. Shouldn't. There's something. It's your maximum. Alright, so I is 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's take a look. Huh? Oh. Here's a mistake. I found a general bug. This should be more than 5, not more or equal than 5. It skips the last feature. This bug probably has not been found because playing level 12 characters is rather rare. So, if we do this, let me just check real quick. Right, this error can only be on the character sheet because creatures and so on do not have sub-archetypes. Okay, so let's just ignore all of that. Add you in here. And now it should work, hopefully. Haha! +1/+1, excellent. And if we remove one maneuver ability... Oh wait, that was not a maneuver ability. The distracting attack. It should be back... Huh? Wait, how many? We have... maneuvers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. I thought... remove... And, oh, okay, no. I guess I had 6 and not... Excellent, and one final test. Let's add 1, 6. And now it should be 2. No, it's not. Why is it not? Maneuver, 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 maneuver. Ha! Something tells me that ability doesn't update everything. Let me guess, if I do this and that and everything's updated, and yeah. I guess, okay, there seems to be an error. Not responding. Come on, man. What's your problem? Connection? Do I have backup? Please tell me we are... what is wrong? Is the stream still going, or do we have an error? If you people still can see me and hear me, please say something. OBS seems to be showing an error, and I'm not sure if the stream is still going. I think it's still going. Let me just do a quick... Does my rotating mouse appear on the stream? Doesn't seem to be the case. Why is it not appearing? Okay. This ain't good. Anybody in chat, please? Why, Open Studio, what's... Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to at least it looks like... Okay. I'm still streaming, but just... oh, the frame rate just... Or, I mean, the connection just shut up again. Okay, whatever. Let's just continue and hope that this is not some sort of catastrophe. Okay. So, I guess technically the values are not updated if you have an ability, which, I guess would technically may also lead to problems. I mean, but it's not like you... I'm not going to add it because that would slow down the whole procedure. Yeah, I won't. But I still need to add the bonus to... Yep. No. Okay, yes. I still need to also add the bonus to the ability hit bonus. So... yeah, I kind of just can copy paste that and just replace the weapon hit bonus. Ability hit. That. Come on, where are you? Update ability stats. The ability, which, yes, there we go. So, Academic Warrior, we'll remove the damage bonus and our ability. There we go. This now should also affect the ability hit bonus. So, wrong button. Alright. So, oh yeah, what was the ability bonus before? I mean, we can calculate it, right? Primary set charisma, so 3. Secondary dexterity. Okay, yeah, so it works here. Does it also work here? Yes, it works. Excellent. So it works. Then let's add it to the other sheets, shall we? So I guess we can search for this. This is... yeah. Okay, here. Add it here. Add it. Go for the first one. Add it here. Now the question is, the search engines will probably not be as trivial. We'll see how we solve the get number of maneuver abilities there later. Thankfully, it's not, as long as there is not an official creature that has it, we're not in a rush to fix it. So this should be fine. Okay. So now we copy this part. I go to creature sheet. The boop. Vehicle sheet. The boop. That's the wrong one. There we go. Let's add it here. Vehicle stream. I mean search. And add it here. My question is... So this has near death rush. Yeah. I didn't added them to the search creatures because it doesn't have a maximum or a minimum vitality. I mean, you cannot track the vitality in the search engine. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, and we should not forget to add get number of maneuver abilities. Something we do have to keep in mind, though, is that we cannot go for character. We have to creature. I would be reading the wrong data. How about this? Sneeze or yawn or something. That was annoying. Okay. Adding it here. Get number of, and here we have to switch to vehicle. Vehicle. here. Yeah, I'm just gonna note down that I have to implement it later into the advanced or in the search engine. Again, no rush. Alright, what's the next thing? Armor punch. Armor. Yeah, let's continue with the Basher. The Basher is from the Bulwark and can turn their defenses into offensive power. Sorry for yawning. Come on. It's just been half an hour. You can do this. You have only implemented one variable and you need to implement 4 more. So here, Armor Basher has 3 options. Armor, Evasion, or Deart. If you choose Armor, you can add half of your armor to the damage of all your attacks. And let's start with that one. So, weapon damage. Okay. We might as well add it right here. Oops. There we go. Armor punch, armor. We need to add something to the weapon, and that being your total armor. Bonus for maneuvers. Yeah, no, we have bonus from armor. It will be half your armor. Now the question is, update item values. It does the armor afterwards, doesn't it? So if let me take a look. This the updates item values is used in update values, and update values is just all of them, right? It's yeah. So the problem is the armor is fully calculated in update defenses and other, not in update item values. So this causes a bit of a conundrum. If we add the weapon bonus here. So I think, quite frankly, the smartest choice is to not do this here. But oh no, wait, it's in every single individual weapon. This ain't good. This complicates things. What to do? The problem is I cannot change the order of update item values and update defenses, because you need to update the armor you're wearing before you can update your defenses. Otherwise, that's wrong. I really have to go through all of them and add a bonus. Isn't there a cleaner way? I don't think so. We do not have the calculated information yet at this point to calculate the weapon bonus. So I mean, armor is calculated afterwards? Question? Yeah. Nope, I think we have to just go through all of them. Oh boy. So, not here, but instead, update defenses. If we go to update item values, we can jump to here, update defenses, and we have to see armor. Where's the armor calculated? We have to do it afterwards. Armor, there's still some calculations done. And okay, here. So now we have to go through all weapons and adjust the variable in the weapon. So we'll probably have to do this also for the other two options. Let's take a look. So evasion, yes, a quarter of your evasion to all your attack rolls, and a quarter of your DR, highest DR bonus to your DR power. Maybe we can skip this one. Let's see, where is the R power or calculated? Defenses and others. Let's see. Probably in ability stats. Okay, let's see. Is the R calculated here? No. Apparently not. So maybe it's actually calculated in your stats? Huh. So updates. If update points, updates stats and skills, right? I think this one does DDRs for every DR. Yeah, it calculates the DRs. So this one we don't have to do later on. This one, yes, okay, good. So at least the third option will be easier, but still. Update defenses. This one we still have to do at the end. And we have to go through all the weapons. So, is there a function already that gets us all the weapons? Maybe. Let's take a look at updating item values. I mean, this one, yeah, it goes through all the items, but we also have item rows. Where do I get this? And I just can get all the weapon rows. Yes, and this, yes, we only need this one. Excellent. So, let's go to armor punch. So, first we get all the weapon rows. Then we can go through those weapon rows, similar like this. The question is, yes, and just get the values similar to here. I don't think we'll have to program that much from the beginning, actually. I think we can recycle a lot of the code. That's good to know. So we go through all the weapon rows. And oh yeah, right, we need the actual armor value. Bonus from armor here. Just take the armor, move you up here, and then we have to go through every single item data row. Name, cell, primary. Okay, where? How do you Those are the weapon features. Where is the weapon damage? Right, damage bonus. So, right, it sells. It just. Alright. Nice. We can then copy this in here, get all the cells, and then get the cell with the right number. Where? 4 was it, right? Yes. Inner text. Bingo. And we just add the armor bonus to it. Inner text equals parse. We need to turn it into an integer. And add bonus from armor. Oh boy. And this should be it, right? Let's see if this works. Okay. So, if we go to weapon, still has the bonus. Let's reduce the level to 1 to keep this more manageable. Then we go to bulwark, basher. Currently we have an armor of 2. Yes. So this should give us a bonus of 1 once we choose armor. Yes, it works. Woohoo! Nice. So now we need to add the same for evasion. Let's see. A quarter of your evasion to all your attack rolls. We can kind of just copy paste this code. Armor punch. Just change it to armor punch evasion. A quarter of your evasion. Oh yeah, right. Evasion with equipment. Bonus from evasion. Let's keep the code clean. And yes, and I think it's the 5th child. So, and I think that's it. Let's give it a go, shall we? So currently we have an evasion of 15. So our quarter of that would be 12 is 3, 16 is 4. So it's rounded down, so 3. Yes, it works. Nice. Let me, since we're adding the other value elsewhere, I'm gonna copy paste these already to the other sheets. Again, sadly, this will not work this way for the features, so we'll have to, I'll note it down. Armor, function, armor evasion. Need to be implemented later. Making the character sheets work has a higher priority currently, as I already said. And now to the R power. There we go. Update ability stats. So, where are you calculated? DR power, there we go. So we can add it here somewhere. Armor punch. DR. DR power bonus. Let me just... yeah, I think it would be smartest to get something like the R bonus from the R, and we need probably a function. Do we need a function? It probably is cleaner if we do it as in a function. We need to find the... oh, hi, Gold. Nice to see you here. I'm currently working on the Basher, which has been a big wonkier than I hoped it to be, but I did implement the armor and evasion option. So now we go for the DR option. Okay. So yeah, we need a number. Get highest DR. So probably gonna add it to the utility functions down here. You never know when you're going to need the highest CR again. So I'll presume I have to go through the DRs. And yes, let's look at the stats and skills. We will probably have to go through all stats. And get the element. Takes... no. This is the value we need. You know what? Even though that's a lot of code, I think it's easier to just copy paste everything over there. And then delete everything we don't need. So let's do that. Get highest DR. So we don't need you and you. We do not need all of you. So what we need is get let's go with value highest DR equals... oh yeah, right, the highest DR could technically be negative. So we have... I'm just gonna start with -10 just to be safe. It should not be possible to have a DR... yeah, it shouldn't be lower than 5? No, wait. Yeah, it shouldn't be able to be lower than 10. So, -10 should cover even the most extreme cases. Then, we take the value here, text context, parse it into an integer, parse int, and current DR value, and then we check if is bigger than highest DR value. We get highest DR equal to current DR value. Just going through all of them should... oh, hooray, the sheet will get there. If a stat goes to 0, you'll have done something wrong. Yeah, but it is technically possible to have 0 in all stats and still be alive. If you just have so much stat reductions in negative points that you just have 7 in all stats and then get 7 levels of exhaustion, then it is indeed possible to have -10 in all defense rolls and still be alive. I mean, you will be so weak that it doesn't really matter, but it is technically possible. So, which yes means with this feature it can actually reduce your DR power. But now that I think about it, it will probably already be 0 anyway, since your primary set bonus is 0 at that point. Anyway, yes, and then just return the highest value. Return highest. There we go. That should be correct. Now let's go in here. Bonus from DR. Quarter of the highest. This should work. Yeah. Let's check it out. Exhaustion is pretty rare, fortunately. Yeah. Unless you build your character around it. They are always, but usually on higher level builds. Okay, let's see. So my highest is 6. A quarter of 6 rounded down is 1. So we expect the DR power to go up by 1. Let's see if that works. DR. And it did not go up by 1. Why did it not go up by 1? Okay. Wait a second. That's... I switch up the variable names. Academic Warrior goes up there, and Armor Puncher goes down here. Let's try this again. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. 14, there we go. Let's see if we can pump that up a bit. So, we are going to need 8 to get a 2. That's no, sorry, charisma. So we need presence 4. And now it should be 16. Did I use the wrong number? No. Oh, its primary stat is charisma. So it went up because of that, and it went up because of the others. Never mind, it works. Excellent. So let's just add this to the other sheets. And wait, there are 2. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. This is the correct one. I'm gonna add them here, but again, I'll need to note down that still need to work out the kinks for the sheets, for search. I mean, for the search engines. So, and all right. Oh yeah, right. I get highest CR. I need to add those to the other sheets. So search for this and add it here and add it here. All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go. Oh boy. Accelerated state. What was accelerated state again? Which archetype were you? Was it maybe underdog? Oh, no, I think it... oh, no, right. Speedster, cunning. Accelerated state, here we go. Your basic movement increases by an amount equal to 1/10 of your initiative. That should be easy enough, right? Yeah, thank you, Gold. Read your answer too late. So, yes. That should be easy enough. I think both of the values can be found under... where is it? Oh, wait, no. Sorry, here. Can be found under defenses and others. Defense and others. Right, if we look down, scrolling down, here we go. Initiative and basic movement. So we can just add one right down here. Accelerated state. Voila. Close you up. Tip it over. Yes, we just take the basic movement from feature plus math floor and 1/10 of initiative. Now I've got to be careful to never add a feature that increases your initiative based on your basic movement. Otherwise you have an infinite loop and infinite initiative and infinite basic movement. Okay. Right, and that's it. Let's test it out to make sure that I did not overlook something. So this character has an initiative of 28, so basic movement should go up by 2 technically, but Speedster also increases the initiative by 4, which would put it over the edge and increase it to 6. Let's see. Cunning, Speedster. And we have, bingo! Basic initiative of 6. Nice, it works. And I think this one can actually be added very easily to the search engines. So that's great, because Speedster is interesting options for some enemies. Oh yeah, right, we need... Let's go with searching for heavy. Here. Executor, yeah, that just works like that. Heavy isn't included in there yet, so we have to find it in a different way. So, maybe by looking for armors for the week. Initiative. Okay, yeah, it does have the... It's still called special background var. Yeah. And accelerated stage, we take the initiative, which is calculated down here, so we have to move it down. Initiative. One more. I think this will be cleaner. And yeah. This works. Fast. Indeed fast. Okay, so I think we can then just search for this. And it's great because it's one of the variables I don't have to work on later. Huh. Oh yeah, that's but this should be fine, yeah. This works excellent. What's the next on the list? Hypersonic Punch. That sounds like something from the Speedster. Hypersonic Punch. Your attacks deal additional damage equal to 1/10 of your initiative. That should be easy enough since, yeah, defenses and others is set before item values, right? No? It's set right afterwards. Well, I guess we can just do something similar to what we just did with Armor Punch. Armor Punch. So we have to go through all of them. Get initiative. It's 1/10. And then go through all of them, but yeah, go for the 4th. Oh yeah, also here 4th. It's very important. And also important that you have the correct variable, Hypersonic Punch. There we go. So, let's test it out. Yeah. We already are Speedster. That's a tier. So we need to go up to level 9 to get the feature. And I forgot to check. We have... So it should be +4 to the attack. Yeah, +4. Excellent. It works. And yeah, so we can just copy paste it right beneath everything else here. And I have to write down that I have to implement it later, since sadly this cannot just be easily transformed. Dope. Okay, what's the next one? Fastest in the universe. Also sounds like a Speedster feature. What do you do? Increases by amount equal to 1/5 to your initiative instead of 1/10. Okay. I guess the easiest way to handle this is just to go to accelerated state and add an additional if statement. If and fastest in the universe. And then go with else. This one we have right here. And we can basically copy paste it. Was it 1/5? I think it was 1/5. Let's fastest instead of 1/10. Yes. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh yeah, maybe I should test it before copying it over to all the other things. Right. What time is it? Okay, just keeping an eye on it. And we have an error. Good that I didn't. Peccal instead of special. And that's why you test it even if it's just a simple change. Because maybe you're an idiot and forget to copy the S with the rest of the package. So we have 7. If it would just work normally, it would be 8. But it would give 10. That's 45, which means it would grant us a bonus of 10. So the basic movement should be 13. Once we reach 13, excellent. And if I go one down, it drops down to the previous value. Excellent, it works. Thankfully, the Speedster at its core is a relatively simple wait, something. Oh, I copied everything. And I think we can also just add it to the creature search engine. Just like that. Yeah. Excellent. So, what's next? Tools of warfare. We're talking about the mercen... Huh. Did I? I thought I... No, I went with heavy, so no, I have not implemented the mercenary yet. So, let's take a look. War... Mercenary. So every 6 weight of you that you have from weapons, the required weight bonus. Alright, you need to keep in mind the size variable. This will make it more complicated and annoying. Well, do we only have to... No. Precision, yeah. Annoying. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So let's go. Damage increases for every inventory weight. I think this might... Pound damage. Yeah, yes, update values, item values, but that is... That size variable shouldn't be too hard, as each has a number assigned. Yes and no. It's... I know it's not that hard, it's just I'm a bit tired, and it will require a bit more thinking, so that's why I'm annoyed. But the problem here again... Wait a second. The weight. Right, the item weight. Oh yeah, update item values. Should be calculated. Carry capacity, strength, current. Should go through weight. So we should have... So we could just build in an if in here. Get a var current and weapon weight, which we only add onto... Oh, this might be easier than I thought. Then we get... Oh, we even already have... but that's just ore armor, so you gotta separate that one. Weight multiplier. Sizes. Yeah, but I think we can also add it right here. And this will... if it's a weapon, current weight at me... Oh wait, no, that's a weight size multiplier. No, okay. Let's go here. I think it would be easier if we separate this into a variable where item weight. Just making sure that I don't already have weight. Yes, and then add it here. And yes, that way we have the current item weight saved up right here, which we can then call upon when we... So we can just copy paste something like this, add it here. Tools of warfare. Then we take the weapon weight I made a mistake. Let's move you down here. There we go. Total warfare. So we can just take this here. It's by 6. But no, we need to make a weight dependent division equal to 6. And now we have to look at the size variable, size features. Big. How does this work again? Where are we? That's item values. So yes, we get what does feature size equal size? And big feature. Alright, so this is basically 0 or -1 and big. So we need also small, which means let's just copy all of this. Yeah. Go back to our... Okay, let's just jump to the variable. Tools of war. Tools of warfare. There we go. So, we can delete these two. You are not needed. Let's order this. So, but we need also small. Do we have small? That's smaller font, not... small like this, or small like this. There we go. Small feature. Oh, wait a second. Get size. I already have a function. Okay, never mind. Okay, so back to tools of warfare, which gives me... So now we have get size. So we have the size variable. So how do we calculate this? If it's... Actually, I already have a way to... Right, if it's bigger than 0, size multiplier... Yeah. I won't be needing you. Get size. Yeah, we're going to wait. Multiplier size. Okay, so if this increases the weight of the weapon, that also, yes. So we can just take this equal, it's 0, right? Variable, remove this one. And no, correction, it's 6 times the weight size multiplier. And I'm just gonna make sure that it's... Oh, it starts with 1. Good thing I checked for that, otherwise it would be incorrect. Fair enough, fraction decimals are our best friend here, methinks. Yeah. Alright. So this should work. Let's try it out. Wait, yeah. First question, how many items do we... more importantly, how many weapons do we have? He has an instrument 3 and a medium shield 6. So this should increase the bonuses by 1 for both. Let's go back to level 1 to keep this simple. War. Mercenary. And +1. Excellent. It works. Now the question is, does it work with size? So big. This should not change. Yeah, it's still 1. Excellent. Big. Okay, remove. Big 1. Bonus should stay the same. Excellent. And now let's go with small. Small. All right, it works. Excellent. I just realized something. Wait, does it apply to all weapon damage of your and attack rolls? Okay. What time is it? Okay, we've been. Maybe I can work through all of them. Let's continue. Got a dip for now and be responsible. See you in about an hour. Alright, see you later, Gold. Good to have you here. Yes, let's return. But the problem is now I have to add this. But first, let's add this to the creature sheet. I presume the creature sheet had a get size? No, it doesn't. Okay, how does the creature know its size? I need to... Size. Where do I get size from? Huh. Oh, it just gets the value from here. Okay. Alright, that means there's already the size variable there, so I don't need to make a new size variable down here. So, excellent. And vehicle search. Academic warrior. That's, yeah. The question is, can I add it here without any problem? So, weight multiplier, size. Do I have a way to get the size? No. Also don't really have a way to get the item values. Okay, never mind. These I will have to... Wait. Okay. These I will have to add later. I mean, mercenary isn't really a type of creature. I mean, okay. I guess you technically could make an interesting creature with that, but let's just ignore it for now. The probably bigger problem is the ability bonus. If I remember correctly, that's calculated ability sets before the weight. I think the easiest method is just to do something similar with like the armor punch and just increase the stat bonus later on. So ability hit bonus, right, where do I use it? And it's ability hit. So yes, we take these two. And I'm just gonna save them here on the side. And go back to Tools of Warfare. Copy you. And hang on a second. Right, I can just add it right here. No need for complicated math. So we don't need you two. So we just go parse integer, the value here, and we add, oh wait, bonus from maneuver. Oh, maybe I should rename this one to bonus from weapon weight. There we go. Which means I have to change them here too. Bonus from weapon weight. We gotta keep the clothes clean, right? There we go. And yes, so we add the bonus just to general attack. There we go. And we pretty much do the same right here. So this should do the trick. Let's test it out. But we are all ready, so the ability attack, yes, it went up by 1. Excellent. Same here, right? Right. Alright, so let's just take these and copy paste them. Right here. And right here. Excellent. So what's next is army's worth of weapons. Something tells me this. It's just, why are the like? Oh, that's just okay. Okay, army worth of weapons basically reduces the 6 to a 3. Oh wait, right, walking arsenal also. Yes. First, let's go with walking arsenal. That it increases your armor and evasion by 1. For now, the question is that would go into defenses, but that's updated afterwards. Right, if we go here, defenses and others. I think the easiest way of handling this is if we go to current weight, we turn this into a global variable. That's a bit too far. We have some, yeah, with 0, and that way we can access it from anywhere and adjust the defenses correspondingly. So now we just take, but I think it might be easier if I go actually with army's worth of weapon first. So if we go to Tools of Warfare, this is it, right? So Maybe we could make an base division equals 6, and if oh yeah, right, we need to copy the rest in army's worth of weapons. There we go. We turn a base division instead into 3 and put you in here. Now we copy all of it, and go to defenses. Update defenses or others. Armor. Wait, did it give... your armor or evasion increases by 6. Let me just check if we do have... Oh wait, that... it doesn't have a choice yet, which means I cannot implement it. Dang it! Okay, so first of all, we will add the choices, evasion or armor, which, I just realized, unpredictable, unpredictability to variability also could be implemented this way. Okay, so that's the third one. So choices, evasion. I like it if armor is first, since armor evasion. So we have then unpredictability to variety. Predictability through variety. Copy paste this. And you are armor. You are evasion. And now we go for mercenary. Mercenary. Walking arsenal. Here we go. We need, that's also the third one. So we add it here. And we need walking arsenal, armor, or walking arsenal evasion. John. Let me just double check that. Oops, what? No. What are you doing? There we go. That is indeed, yeah. Slash, okay. There's always some error somewhere, right? Alright, so I guess we test army worths of weapons, since we cannot implement the other two yet. Come on, there we go. So we are level 6. Right, we currently have a bonus of 1. If we go to 12, it should increase to 2. And 2. Excellent, it works. So, tools of warfare, where are you? There we go. So we have to add this to warfare. There we go. Right here, and you are base division and vehicle sheet same. Base division. There we go. Okay, precision application. I think this is from the poisoner. Let's check it out. Cunning. Press application. Poisoner. Where's the poisoner? Poisoner. Precision application. Your weapon attacks rolls with weapons that have one of the upgrades that profit from your Codal Blade feature increased by 3. Your ability in the boy, that's a longer one. Okay. Increase by with weapons that have one of the upgrades increased by 3. Ability in the equipment and evasion, the arts increased by 2. Wait a second. Coil blade. Just realized that feature might not really make that much sense. Elemental status armor targets you. Okay, it's not, you don't need to be hit for it to trigger. Okay, first we need the ID. All the upgrades that fall under this feature. I wonder if there's a way. You know what? I'm gonna implement this another time. We already made great progress. So I'm gonna publish the current changes. Just update failed. Why did it fail? Did it work now? Let's see if it seems to be working. And I just realized I haven't added Tools of Warfare to the ability hit. Right, yeah, I did add it. Never mind. Okay, so let's test the creature sheet out a bit. Mostly just making sure that it doesn't crash or anything. Online creature builder. There we go. Alright, let's... Everything seems to be working fine. Yeah, should work. Save. And this is werewolves. And finally, the vehicle builder.